Hello, everybody, and welcome to the RGO Futures Market Commentary for the week of April 7th. My name is Toby Gennaro from Trade with Precision, and we'll just be taking a look at what's on tap for some of the agricultural markets in the upcoming weeks. And let's take a look at some of the grains here. We'll look at a couple different markets and take a look at some of the trends that are happening here. If you've been following wheat, very high time frame here on the monthly chart. We'll just make our way down from the top down, from the higher time frames, lower highs, lower lows, just put in another lower low, and getting just a pullback right back up into the moving averages on a very high time frame, up against a number of touches here that was formerly support, now more than likely would be resistance. We have several touches here throughout almost a 6-7 month period. Then we had another couple of months where we flirted with that level before making another move lower. So good possibility here of another move lower. We'll look for that setup candle in and around that sell zone and see if we can get a move down off of that 700 level. As we move down to the weekly chart, we can see again moving averages are all rolled over. Have a slight turn up of the 10 and 20 period moving average here, but again we're back in that zone with a lot of price congestion right around here. So we've got a couple of rejection candles here already, a breakdown of the low, which means we could be definitely coming down past this 645 level and potentially making another move back down at this 550 level over the coming weeks. As we move down to the daily chart and get a little bit more granular here, as you would expect with that most recent multi-week run, all of the moving averages are in alignment, getting a little deeper pullback here. So we could get a slight rally on this one, but I believe it'll be met with some selling pressure to move this market lower again based on what some of the higher time frames, the weekly and the monthly charts are telling us. So things looking fairly bearish, looking for that bearish momentum to continue here on wheat until potentially some of the fundamentals change. And here we'll take a look at soybeans, looking at just a nice trend here going all the way back to the market downturn at the bottom there right around at the end of 2008. Just started a very nice bullish uptrend here on the monthly chart, and you just see the higher highs, higher lows setting in, nice pullbacks into the moving averages, and again just getting set up to get long again. So a very bullish candle there, a series of bullish candles here after a recent pullback. Had a nice 3-4 month run here, and it looks like on some of these other time frames, just really looking for a pullback into the moving averages. Just completed a setup, and the next move here on the weekly chart put in a new higher high. So really just looking for pullbacks into some of these levels, like right around 1398, right around that nice round number of 1400. That would be a certain possibility. And looking for that bullish candle setup, very similar to what we're teaching on the advanced course. And then moving down to the daily chart, we can see then kind of a sideways consolidation here. It looks like the moving averages might be catching up to push higher again. But once again, if we can get a pullback right back into this level, let me see if I can get a line there for you set up. But a fairly decent level right in and around there. We've had some resistance on this side right here, and then we've also had that act as support on the other side right here. Any other pullbacks back into that level, more than likely, we'd be looking for that setup candle in and around that buy zone, the 10 and 20 period moving average, and then off of this level, looking for the next move higher. So it gives you some idea of the ranges in the zone that we're looking for right here, right in below around that 1457 level would be ideal, and then going down to some of the lower time frames and looking for that move again higher. So if you're not familiar with some of the trades that we're talking about here, the setups like the trend flow setup, check out the advanced course, and we're running that on an every other month basis, and we'll show you a couple of trade strategies there on how to identify strong trends in the market and how to trade with the market momentum. We'll show you both a breakout trade and the trend flow trade like what we're talking about here. So really just looking for a pullback into the moving averages on these charts, and then as we've seen those pullbacks before, we get a nice bullish setup candle, and then we're just back off to the races again. So things looking pretty bullish here, pretty positive for soybeans in the upcoming week. And the last market we'll look at here is corn, and as you can see, corn has been in pretty much a range for quite a number of years here. So we just recently hit the bottom here, just a number of months ago, right around that 420 levels. You can see just a number of touches there. Let me see if I can get a level drawn in there so you can see that a little bit better. But just right around that level there of 412, got a nice bounce off of there. We're back into the moving averages on the monthly chart. So pretty high time frame. We need to see some type of a bearish candle there in order to get short this market. But as we move down to the weekly chart, looking at the weekly time frame, you see the moving averages have moved up, had some slight divergence. This bottom got a nice little reversal pattern there, and then began to move higher. So as we move down to, well, let's take a look at some levels here. We have a level right in here around that 517 level, which we're flirting with right now. I'd like to see actually a break up and a close above that level before we get up to this next level, which would be right up around, oops, let me try that one more time, right up around this level here at 556. So if we get to close above 517, I'd be looking at that and eyeballing that 556 level. Getting a little bit more granular here on the daily chart, we can see we have a nice uptrend with that multi-week run. We've got nice pullbacks right back into the moving averages. We don't have all the moving averages in alignment. We do have the three necessary ones, the 50, the 20, and the 10, which are looking good. So any nice bullish candles in and around this buy zone, be looking to take the break of the high of that candle and then looking to put in a new high. So I got some slight divergence here on the daily chart. So I definitely want to keep some of these short until we get a break of that 517 level, and then potentially we can start to look at that 556 level as the next target. But overall, things looking like a turn there on corn, looking like we're going to be moving higher on this particular grain product. So I'll be interested in following the trend here on the daily chart and lower, looking also at the 480, the 240, and the 120, and then looking for these setups in the buy zone to find when these are occurring. Now, if there's any confusion on the setup that we're talking about here, check out the RGO advanced course that we're teaching. We'll show you two trade strategies, both the momentum breakout strategy as well as the trend flow strategy that we're talking about right here. And that'll be a 3-week course. You can learn just a few more trade strategies to have in your bag for trading these grain markets. So there you have a look at some of the grains for the upcoming weeks. We do have a webinar coming up regarding trading agriculturals on April 16th. That'll be at 1 o'clock Eastern Time. So go to the RGO website, get signed up for that, and join us. We'll show you what we do in terms of looking at these types of agricultural products, how we trade these, and we'll even look at a strategy to trade some of these as well, in case you folks are interested in taking a look at the advanced course where we'll actually teach you two trade strategies you can have in your bag. So again, I'd like to thank you for watching the RGO Futures Market Commentary for the week of April 7th, and we certainly look forward to talking to you next week on the Agriculturals webinar. Have a great week, and we'll talk to you next time.